Well, in today's episode of Boy, What the Fuck Is You Doing? We got a seized preload, and we're going to try and remedy that. I don't know what the fuck I got into, but I'm into it. We mined today. Let me show you a little bit of something. This is the factory lower dog bone link for the 636. This is the factory lower dog bone link for the FZR. I put a shorter dog bone link on the FZR, and that's what raised it to that ride height. A lot of people typically lower a bike, and I say lower because it does drop the ride height, but you drop all the preload out. So people usually mess with this to get a bike lower. To properly lower it, you'll get a longer dog bone. Like if I put this one on the FZR would be a low rider. But now, if I put this short one on the 636, the 636 would jack up. Let's just say the shock mounts right here. This mounts to the frame, and then that mounts to the swing arm. This is a dog bone. If this is mounted somewhere and I make it longer, that makes it go lower, basically. A lot of nerd shit. Anyway, if I can't unseize that goddamn shock, I'm gonna be forced to put one of these on. I'm gonna have to compromise because they removed all the preload in it, trying to lower a bike. Worst you could do to a bike is just lowering it by pulling the preload out. That's really dumb. So, yeah, let's just see how much shorter that damn dog bone is compared to the factory one. That's a lot, yo. And praise Jesus, I was able to unseize it, so I just fucking, you know what I mean, put some fucking degreaser on it, and I put hella WD-40 on it earlier to just let it soak in. Alright, cool, so that's adjusted. Let me clean it up just a little bit, and we'll throw it back in the bike. Hallelujah, because that motherfucker would have been like this high. Look at all that wheel gap between the wheel and the undertail. That would have been... fuck it. It would have essentially been a drift bike or just a pure stunt bike, because going in the corners with the rake like that fucking aggressive, Jesus, that wouldn't be comfortable, boy. But good stuff. We're about to throw it back in. All right, everything back together. Of course, we've got like 2 inches of gap there on the stands, but the ride height has increased. It is a lot better. It's a preferable ride height to what you would want it to be on once you get like a rider on or get it under load in mid corner, and like if you're about to raise it up on a wheelie. So just look at the space between the tire and that license plate. That improved about an inch and a half. So boy, that's a proper GP stance. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. God damn. I don't need a livery. If I put a livery on this shit, the way it's sitting and way better fucking exhaust, this shit would look like a damn GP bike, boy. Only to be used on the street like the Isle of Man. Bombaclad! Alright, now, after all of that shit, I forgot I had some damn packages. Ain't this about a bitch? Some spark plugs and a spark plug. But at least that was for the R1. This is for the Cowie. But I'm done working on it. Whoops. I'm done working on this holder that I'll do those at a later date. And some rockers. Huh. I guess I'm gonna do some wiring.